It's been a while since we've had a new car manufacturer enter India. In fact, the last ones to come along were Kia and MG all the way back in 2019, 6 years ago. Well, there's a new one coming to India in the second half of this year. Yes, we're talking about VinFast, and they have unveiled their first two India models here at the 2025 Bharat Mobility Expo, and here is everything that you need to know. The first and bigger model that we expect VinFast to bring, it's officially announced it, but we expect this one to come first, is the VF7. This is the larger vehicle measuring in around 4.5 meters, and of course this is an EV. Now here are some of the exterior design highlights. There's a kind of Europeanness to the design, something that you'd get from Alfa Romeo, that kind of types, and that looks very, very appealing for the car. Some of the exterior design highlights include this large bumper, grillless face with the VinFast logo. It's a big V there. These power bulges on the hood, and of course a long glass area sloped to give you that kind of sporty impression. Profile view of the VinFast VS7, and VinFast is going for that crossover SUV look, and some of the major highlights include these pop-out door handles, massive ORBMs, and nice 20-inch 45 section wheels and tires, nice big ones, chunky ones, to give the car a nice presence. This is something that will really help in appealing the car. If this is the kind of red that they're going to bring, then we can get an idea of the shades that this car will have. Bright and vibrant colors, and that should add to the car's appeal. The rear of the VinFast VS7, and like we said, the front and back, it's got a very European appeal to it, with nice curvy lines, big signature elements, lots of chrome. Things that will appeal to Indians, right? A little bit of an artsy design. You get this nice big spoiler at the back, nice sloped glass line. We expect all of this design to come unchanged. It's a global design, right? So this is expected to come unchanged with the car. One of the standout elements, and this is something you don't see much nowadays, these massive vertical tail lamps, right? They give the car a kind of sharp presence and will really add to the appeal of the vehicle. What do you think of the design of the VF7? Do you think that VinFast should add or change anything before it comes to India in the second half? Let us know in the comment section below. Now, before we move on to the smaller and probably the more affordable VF6, here are some important numbers that you should know about the VF7. This is from their global specification sheet. That car is 4.5 meters in length, roughly a little bigger than things like the Hyundai Creta and Kia Seltos, probably closer to the Kia Carens. You got a wheelbase of 2.8 meters, which is much higher than some of the EVs that come in that size category. You can either get it as a single motor or a dual motor. We expect that VinFast will want to come in with a big bang, which means that they will get both options. And this, I think, will be entirely based on customer demand. 201 bhp for the single motor and 348 bhp for the dual motor setup, all-wheel drive, right? And around 310 Nm of torque for single motor and 500 Nm of torque for the dual motor version. That's a lot of power. It's going to make it a powerful SUV. Now, brief glimpses of the interior and things that we can see in global models indicate with things like, dual zone climate control, rear AC vents, vegan leather upholstery, level 2 ADAS, dual digital screens, full LED light package, connected car technology, so on and so forth. Fast charging, at least up to 150 to 175 kilowatts. You'll be able to get a full battery from 20 to 80% in under an hour, things like that. So these are all things that will come in this price category that we are kind of expecting. It will be there in the description below, the price category that we are expecting for this car, which means that it has segment standard features. I think one of the things that VinFast will be selling with this car is longest wheelbase in category. It's actually got one of the largest wheelbases among its rivals, which means that rear seat space, even though under thigh support will not be particularly great, we expect a lot of space at the back with kind of low down seats. We'll probably be driving the car just before its launch, and if you want to know something about it, do let us know in the comment section below, and we'll be able to answer your questions at that time. Now on to the VF6. We've told you about the VinFast VF7. Well, here's the smaller car, the VinFast VF6. It will come directly under that, and this will be the second model that VinFast is going to bring to India. Right? And here are some of the design highlights. Now, we start off at the rear because this is one of the more designed areas of the car. You get a one-piece large tail lamp flowing into the VinFast logo, and you get a significant number of ridges. You also get a large spoiler and a sloped glass house, very similar to what is being offered on the VF7. It's a little less sporty and a little less designed than the VF6, but that will help separate both the vehicles. We're here in the side of the VinFast VF6, and like the VF7, there are some design elements to catch your attention. It doesn't get the pop-out door handle, but you do get body-colored door handles. You get 19-inch wheels with this really nice aerodynamic design. Again, very similar to what is offered on the VF7. Large ORVMs, 360-degree camera, and you get the charge port up front. It comes in a few more somber colors, for want of a better term, as compared to the VF7, and that I think is part of its appeal to help separate both the vehicles. And finally, we come to the face of the VinFast VF6, which again, quite similar to what is offered on the VF7, a little more conservative design. You get the big VinFast V logo, you get the bulges on the hood, and of course you get the contrast colored bumper with the low set headlamps and a large LED DRL running in front of the VinFast logo. What do you think of the VF6 design? Do you think that VinFast should add anything before it gets the car to India in the second half of this year? Let us know in the comment section below. Now, before we move on to the important announcements that VinFast have made at this press conference, we'll just give you some quick stats about the car. This again can be had in two versions, Eco and Plus, but this will be primarily front-wheel drive only. It's 4.2 meters long, again with a wheelbase of 2.73 meters. Not that far away from what is being offered on the VF7, but also significantly large. And in fact, we expect it to be, again, segment leading. And that, I think, is something that VinFast will go with, that largest amount of space inside the car. There's only a single motor setup. In the Eco version, it's 174 horsepower and 250 Nm of torque. And in the Plus version, which will be the more expensive one, it's 201 horsepower and 310 Nm of torque, more powerful version. Both come with 59.6 kilowatt-hour battery pack. The Eco version will get a range of around 399 kilometers, while the Plus version, which is more powerful, will get a range of around 381 kilometers. How much that translates to in real life, we'll probably be able to tell when we drive the car. This is running on 19-inch wheels, and that's expected to come to India because it has pattern rubber. Now, again, VinFast has not allowed us into the inside of the car, but again, brief glimpses of the interior and pictures of the global model show things like dual digital displays, Veganza leather, enough space for about 5 people to sit inside, connected car technology, level 2 ADAS, full LED headlamps, right? In fact, if you look at the feature list of both cars, there's not all that much to separate both, and we expect that they will kind of be closely priced because that is the kind of target market that VinFast is looking at, things like the Creta EV, the Tata Curve EV, and a little higher than that. That's the kind of market that we expect VinFast to be playing. Now, important announcements. We already told you these are the first two cars that will come to India. VinFast is building a factory outside of Tuticorin in Tamil Nadu, and I think the factory will go online in the next few months, and VinFast will start production of these vehicles. It says that it's going to begin operations in the second half of this calendar year, but has not revealed showroom and sales plans, something that we'll be able to tell you in a bit, and we'll leave a story link in the description with that information. What do you think of the VF7 and VF6? Do you think that VinFast should bring anything specific to India from its global range? Do let us know in the comment section below. And stay tuned to Carwale for more updates from the Bharat Mobility Expo. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.